Hello. I would undo the start screen, but it's going to glitch out when I do that because of the way I have OBS set up for doing digital art. So, layers, layers, layers. Fun time. Before I do that, though, I want to make sure things are going well. So, with that in mind, let me just set some things up. Blah, 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 blah. What music would be good? Oh, listen. You know what? How about... I don't... Howdy, Red Mage, aren't you streaming? Red Mage. Shouldn't you be streaming? No? You're not? I thought you... That's weird. I thought you were. Well, I'm glad to have you here. So I'm not about to complain. Let's fade Bayonetta out. Also, we're back on my Mac, 'cause that's where I keep all my art programs and shit, so... I'm a weekender. That's fair. I'm not. But yeah. Also, thank you to Violet Moonside for following me. We are at 140 followers. That's pretty neato. And thank you again last night for Mr. Pig, Red Mage, and Paula for 10, 5, and 10 subs respectively. Smashing the June donation goals already. And we got those stretch goals, which you can find by !Discord. So yeah. Fun times. But with that all in mind, wait, let me pull up my thing on my phone real quick, because like I said, this is gonna glitch out, so I can't have a lot of tabs open at once. I like how it's still starting soon. Stream manager. There it is. Glad I can't, mute. I have on my thing, and it's been like this for a while. I have viewers cover up, and sometimes I'll go over it just to there we go, just to check out how many people are here, but that's not a possibility on Discord. So yeah, I'm doing the first of my I'm coloring a comic, which is semi-appropriate for Pride Month, because it stars two lesbians. It's these two lesbians, Deja and Mel. And yes, I name people in my comics after people I know in my real life. So yeah, I have 2 pages done. I have 1 and 3 done. So, gotta get some more done. I need 6 done. Imp. Any technical stuff I do, you guys can't see. I don't think. Hard to say. Do 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 do. But yeah, so it's time to do this. So I can sweet. So yeah, I don't typically do. There's many people who may watch my streams though. I don't typically do. What is it? Digital art. This is an atypical art stream of Cahill. I always refer to myself in third persons, but I say always. I do not. I do it ironically, and just like, I don't know how well that comes across. Maybe I should worry that I'm sounding like a douchebag. Pig, hello. Pig, I can't actually see you, but I can see you. The power of iPhone. With the power of the iPhone 79. They skipped 60 because they were cowards. Color. Color. I'm afraid of color. Why? CSP is weird, but I need to get used to it because I'm not gonna pay for Adobe when I'm out of when I'm out of school. Are you kidding me? Fuck no. Fuck no, I'm not gonna pay for Adobe. Why would I do that? Also, in case anyone's wondering how this is gonna look, I have a lot of references. One could say I have references of a certain kind. Yes. Yes, indeed. I also, CSP is rad. CSP is rad because they don't charge you monthly for it. Like, not to mention, Photoshop is constantly rolling out updates that sometimes wreck the program. And, oh my goodness, Pig, why? Also, that wrecked OBS. Give me a minute. Image. There. What does this button do? Thank you, Pig. I'm gonna need to pull up the Discord for that. I need to delete this one. Yes. And then go to sound. This is why I don't stream on my Mac anymore. Why is Mac like this? Why are they always like this? And then go back. Audio output capture. I feel like obviously there's videos on how to stream and stuff, but I feel like not enough streamers talk about it. And I shouldn't be the person to do it because I'm not a famous streamer. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how Barry does his shit. Okay. But give me a minute. Thank you, Pig, for gifting 5 subs to Chester, Burblius, Yui, Nichi Mercius, and Coffee Corner. You really don't have to do that, Pig, but I'm very appreciative. I need it to be... Oh, wait, I don't have this on my... I can't super hear this, but it's better than nothing. Audio, monitor, and output. There we go. Actually, turn it up a bit. There. Anyway, I would not do any donation goals if I was even a little bit smaller. Because being as small as I am now, Pig is usually the one donating. Which is fine, and I love him, and he's a great friend. But when you have donations and when you have a goal and your friend basically gives you all the money, it's like, oh no. Am I just asking them for money? But I'll be switching to CSP next time it's on sale. I was thinking of switching to CSP, and it was 50% off, and that was like the week I graduated. So, figured it was a sign. Figured I was like, yeah, sure. Pig is one of many people in the neighborhood watch who has a good, I don't want to say good job, who has a job and likes their likes their money to be used to make streamers flustered. And you know what? I can respect that. I did that to Deer Bits recently, and it was fun. And then for some reason, like, yes, I was definitely not like the biggest contributor there. I was donating the most, but not in large quantities. And Deer, started getting frustrated. And the moment Deer gets frustrated, more people joined in because yay Twitch. But for some reason, their defense mechanism for that was to start playing Picross, which they don't know how to play. and I don't know if someone here. This is the thing. I don't know if someone suggested it or if it was just the thing they thought to do. I love Deer, but I don't understand what happened there. And then they made a Red Mage, were you there for that? They made a channel points redemption to just stop whatever they're doing and play Picross, which is now a permanent thing on their channel, I guess. As permanent as anything can be. Yeah, so I don't... Do you know what happened? Because I don't. Also, I did these pages months ago. They're not... I did these pages well enough that I still like how they look. So that's good. But I forget what the fuck this formula is for. Oh my god. Chen! Another friend! Why? Thank you for... Chen, thank you for gifting subs to Mines, James Emroy, Cyan, not Cyan, Nowlby, and Liz is streaming. Let me see. We are 2 subs away from... What did I put? 12 subs. Not safe for work. Not safe for Twitch Discord stream. Which my mom can't know about. Because she's already made jokes about me drawing porn and getting money for it. Here's the thing, right? I don't want that one to be porn. I want it to be... What was I thinking of? I want it to be like pinup art. Because I legitimately like that kind of art. Oh my god. Okay, well that works. Oh my goodness. That's 2 more to Inauspicious Gamer, Tom Master STL, and Zanry. Thank you, Chad. So we're at 13 now, and we have 11 to go till the next one. Porn stream achieved. I am not a porn streamer. Oh, Red Mage. Red Mage did too. BK Hill's 3rd best simp. Oh my goodness. People sit... Chen, if you're simping in the neighborhood watch, you gotta simp hard. People simp hard in this community. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Chen? I'm not made of money. Yeah! I know, it sucks, doesn't it? It sucks when you see people This is what I was just talking about. It sucks when you see people donating in droves and you're like, oh, that seems fun. I want to give a person money. And then, you know, you're like, I'm broke. Chen, do not... First off, everyone, seriously, take care of yourselves first. If you cannot... These are stretch goals, I'm fine. But also... These are stretch goals to a dono goal for someone who has a steady job and is trying to do this to get their parents off their back. This is not the most end of the world issue. But on top of that, oh my goodness, with a yang yay. I should make my... I was thinking about... Also, hi, Red Meat. I thought that was Greg, because Greg does that so much. I need to make this darker. Sir? Oh. I did the magic brush tool. Anyway. But my original plan for the bit motes was that the 3rd one would be a pride one. But hey, I already felt weird about making the pride one, blocking it behind a bigger paywall extensively. But more so, I realized that it sucks that, like, what was I thinking of? That the bitmotes are more expensive than I thought they were. And I don't like that. I wish they were as least expensive as they could reasonably be. Asking like $5, $10, $20. No, it's $50, $200, $250. It's wild for no reason. Twitch out here gatekeeping their own product. I got a pride one for this month. Sip the tea. Tea sip. I don't know. Everyone has pride modes. I'm glad. I'm more than happy to celebrate pride. But also, I am shockingly to some people not a part of LGBT. I'm an ally, but not us. And yes, that still means I could have pride emotes. But also, you know, lots of people have them. I figured changing my emotes aren't going to do much. I will instead just draw lesbians. Yeah, buying bits hurt my... Okay, Trav, don't do that. This is one reason it's a month-long thing. Do not donate to me if you're hurting for cash. I know that feeling too well. It's a sometimes thing, don't worry. I just hate. Buying bits to be... Yeah. To buy it. Yeah. So, full disclosure, the reason it's a subathon this month is because, there's like... To simplify things, Twitch has a balance that you have that, it has to get up to a certain amount before you get any of that money. Otherwise, it's just kind of theirs, I guess. But I had stuff in it because everyone here is inherently generous, and I just wanted to get that out. And also, I figured it would be cheaper to do that kind of thing than just to ask for how much money that would equate to, if that makes any sense. Does this make any sense? Hi, Juice! Juice, it's been a minute. I feel like it's been a minute since Juice has been to one of my streams. Unless you were there last night for Deja. You and Deja get a... I feel like each one of my friends has gotten along pretty well with Deja. And dang, does that make me happy. Because y'all are some of my first real friends. It'd be real weird. I missed Deja on 4. Okay. Well, at least that shows I wasn't just not paying attention last night. Which I easily could have been. And Gold! So many friends tonight! Usually Tuesdays are shitty nights to stream. I just do it because I'm out of options. Like so many other things in life. I'm happy to see y'all here. We're doing art. What was I thinking of? Just so I'm not cock-teasing everyone. Here's lesbians. Well, there's a lesbian. Here are the lesbians. That's Alex. Alex is not a lesbian. I'm not sure if I talked about this on stream before. I had a serious thing. It's like, should Alex be non-binary? But I decided, for story reasons and both for the aesthetic I'm going for, that choice wouldn't super work for his character. So, he is man. He is pansexual though. So, not a completely disgusting hetero. Ugh. One lesbian. Alex is pan because if he wasn't, it really wouldn't make any fucking... He'd be in trouble. His options would be limited. Yeah. That looks pretty good. That's pretty good. My store has an ace character, and that's... Pig, you have a store? Pig, you have OCs? And he's not defined by that. No. Here's the thing, right? You gotta strike that balance. That's going for any writing. But when you're trying to make a character that for representation, A, it should just be for representation, and B, they can't just be defined by that. Because if they are, then it's just like, okay, well... This has ceased being representative. It's just unpublished. I knew you said you were a writer, but I didn't know you had a whole ass book. When and how can I read it? And is the answer now? Is the answer now can I read it? I still technically have to read one of Deja's books. I've been under a little bit of stress. I'll probably get to that later tonight. I'm glad he's great. Oh, hell yes, fantasy. Oh, hell yes. Fuck the realistic stuff. Are you kidding me? Realistic is bullshit, and everyone should know it. I can send it to you. Sweet. Also, Pig. This is the first page. You may find something interesting about it. This is all I will say. This is all I will say on the matter. What is it? What could it be? The world may never know. Oh, mixery. Nobody who realized it. Well, that's I adore Cahill. I adore you. That's the that's kind of the issue with writing. Anything, it's not inherently a visual medium, so it can be a little hard. One of my favorite comic book artists, Todd McFarlane, he had problems with that when he made Spawn, which is like his big character. He talks about how like redneck hicks would come up to him and be like, "I love Spawn," and then it would come up that Spawn is a black man, and they didn't realize that despite reading the comic apparently. So, which is weird. It might be weird that happens in a comic, but that can be the problem with any character the reader is allowed to interpret to a degree. They will have an image in their head, and when they realize the author is not matching that image, it will shock them. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying the readers have an image of your character, and it's not because of some shortcoming you have, but instead because of their own proclivities. Race isn't as important as religion in that world. Wow, both incredibly fun topics on stream. Okay, Cahill, what do you want to talk about on stream today? Race or religion? That's all. Both very fun. Both super duper fun. No way I can I get in trouble for this. Right? It's totally cool. I was talking about, it's not TOS. It's not TOS. I think. The I think is great. Because because hot tub streams, who knows what's TOS anymore. Also, I'm sure there's options to fix it, but when you put down paint as like a single dot, it's probably because I'm on opaque watercolor. I could fix that. I don't care that much. Fine, let's talk like politics. Oh boy, better. Because nothing depressing has happened in politics lately, right? 2021, all problems are fixed. Full stop. It's all fine. Unless. So yeah, fun times in the world. Nothing in the world is wrong. So okay, slight spoiler for this comic I'm writing. One of these, the idea I have, because it's an idea I think of narratively a lot, is that, you know, you actually have Channel Fine. Of course I do. I can't see it because there's no BTTV on my thing, but anyway. So one of the ideas, this is topical. One of the ideas I had for my comic was that, and seriously, I want you guys to tell me if this is interesting. So Alex is inherently a dimension hopper. He goes from place to place. And And he just finds, Mel and Deja in a random dimension, the one that we're entering in the first issue and starts hanging out with them. Over the course of the narrative, though, you kind of find out, oh, something's going on, there's a bigger villain, blah, 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 blah. And when Mel specifically finally meets the major villain, he talks about how he just wants to start... the major villain basically wants genocide on universal scales multiple times over. Not because of the reasons you might think, but because he has a personal grudge against existence. And he recognizes Alex would be a threat to that because because Alex embodies creation itself. So someone trying to wipe out multiple universes would eventually come toe-to-toe with Alex. And you're not going to win that fight. So he worked around that to take Alex out of the picture first. But anyway, the thing I'm getting to is this comic, I say, would be rated like teen, around there. And when she meets the villain, he shows her images of like pretty bad people. Like, I'm planning to have, like, not call them out by name, even though I don't have a problem with that, but like show symbols of recognizably hateful groups and be like, these people don't deserve creation, and I'm going to take them out of the picture once and for all, including every universe they exist in. So like I'm hoping that in the end of the first volume, it can kind of take that, the story can kind of take that turn of shocking the reader, of like, I thought that, like, I don't want it to be so dramatic, it's like a different genre, but I want it to be dramatic enough that it's like, oh, wow, didn't see that coming. Does that make sense? Or is that bad? Is that bad? I want the villain to be somewhat relatable. Like, he's not going to get a lot of screen time, but I want him to be instantly recognizable as like, yes, I can kind of see where this guy is coming from. It doesn't make sense. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Whoa. Cahill made a fuck you wucky. No, that's interesting. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. I'm just trying. Wait, what did I miss? I was describing basically the climax of the first volume of my comic. Make the villain relatable. Okay, so basically, the villain of the first one, who I've named Hollow Heart because... Wait. I've named him Hollow Heart because... Distant Heart. Alex has heart. But he's had a rough life. He's had a rough life, is what I'll say right now. And he wants to start erasing universes. Universes where places like the KKK and Nazis exist. So, I want people to be like, yeah, no, they kind of deserve it, but the thing that makes him a villain, of course, is that he's just going to start taking universes out left and right, killing everyone inside of them, whether or not there are good people in them or not. And the idea I kind of had for this is like Invincible came out recently. It's like, imagine you went from somewhere like the Marvel Cinematic Universe to Invincible. It would be shocking, because all of a sudden you have these like kind of light-hearted hero adventures to like really brutal fights and everything that get bloody, and it's, pretty awful. Everything's pretty fucked up all around the place. And that's kind of what I want to do, is that, because I don't think a lot of people think of the multiverse like that. Of like, there are like PG universes, and then there's R-rated universes. So I want the villain to be like, I'm going to start taking out R-rated universes left and right, because the people in there are inherently awful, and they deserve to die. But is that the right thing? In a universe where there is only horrors, is the only recourse for someone who desires good destruction? Maybe that's up to the reader. Is any of this interesting? Do you think I'm gonna get published? Because that's the intent. Whether it'll happen or not, guess we'll see. Be careful. Yeah, no. I'm not... Chen, I need to stress one thing. I need to stress this to everyone right now. There will at no point be any kind of bigotry at all in this story. At all. Because I'm not going to give those kind of people the spotlight. But I'm going to... But in literally like maybe one page, there'll be recognizable imagery of like horrific things. I'm also thinking like I'm planning for it to be like a bunch of screens showing different universes, and on top of like that stuff, I'm also planning to have like zombies and everything. Because let's be honest, zombie universes aren't a great place to live. So yeah. I'm hoping people will see that villain and hear his short little rant about why he wants to literally just start wiping fools out left and right. And be like, you know, I kind of get it. You do have a point. And I'm not sure you're a villain here. I'm not completely sure how villainous this idea is. But obviously anything handling those kind of See, we're legitimately on politics now. Anyway. But obviously it is semi-political. And also, I do want my stories to be things people can read and not like stress about real world shit in. So don't want them getting stressed about whatever the fuck it is I'm talking about. But like I said, hoping that's somewhat interesting. Also, again, Deja and Mel are gay. So important. At this point, I've already talked about, like, Alex's identity based on story stuff. And one reason they are lesbians is because because I didn't want... Whoever the heck Alex is traveling with, I didn't want him to have a romance with. So I was like, okay, we need to give him a partner. We need to give the travel companion a different romantic interest to spell it out in narrative that they and Alex are not fucking. I was like, 2 it is. But yeah. I mean, I talked before about, what was I thinking of? About, like, Alex's comparisons to Superman. And, I mean, another reason he has companions in this series is because a common thread in the Superman, in a version of the Superman narrative is Lois dies, Superman goes on a murderous fucking rampage throughout the world. And I hate that. I hate how much they do that. They did it in Injustice, and then Zack Snyder was like, I'll do it now. And I'm like, Zack Snyder, you're basically making Injustice movies, and I don't think he's even ever mentioned Injustice. Superman would never. Oh, but he does. But that's my thing, Juice, right? Is that, yeah, based on how Superman is supposed to be as a character, he wouldn't. Making Superman that strong and making it so easy for him to snap doesn't make him relatable, it makes him a psychopath. If everyone went insane when a loved one dies, fucking funerals would have like a safety radius. Like, stay outside of here, lest the fury of their lost love wipe you out. in a superhuman rage. So I am planning to play with that, with like how Alex does that kind of stuff. How someone that powerful might handle losing a loved one. Not Dracula. Dracula's different. Dracula was murdering fools beforehand. He just used his wife dying as a... Also, Juice, me and Deja are gonna do a podcast about Castlevania in 2 weeks, so... if you're interested in that. Castlevania's so good. But yeah. You're lying. I'm not. Okay. Castlevania's so fucking good. I do want to keep talking about Superman, but hey, Castlevania's so good. Juice. Look at me in the eye right now. Tell me you fuck with Isaac. Because Isaac's probably my favorite character. He was up there in season 3. By the end of season 4, it was like, oh, this is my favorite character, and I fuck heavily with Isaac. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, my Juice. Isaac's so fucking good. I wasn't gonna start spitting out spoilers, but make sure you finish, Juice. It's a good time. We're definitely gonna talk about spoilers in the podcast. But yeah, I mean, me and Deja do the Ruby podcast, and we got to the mid-season point of Volume 1. Ruby is... I love Ruby. And we started talking about Castlevania on the thing, and we were already planning to have, like, different episodes related to different stuff, but I was like, hey, how about as, like, a mid-season break, we do one where we talk about Castlevania. Which is related because it is semi-based on fairy tales, and it is an animated show. So justification, somewhat. But yeah, but back to not to be like back to my thing. I was just gonna say the juxtaposition between something like Ruby and Castlevania is what makes me interested in this story. Of like, hey. In something like Rick and Morty, most universes are just kind of the same. They're not really different. You could... Some of them are gimmicky, but they're all basically the same. But what if, like... You know, what about the juxtaposition between, like... a universe where everyone's really, like, chill and nice, and is basically strawberry shortcake all the time, versus one where people are getting gored to death constantly. And every death is a splatter of blood. Also, I get things can get that gory, but I swear to gosh, sometimes most shows are just like, okay, time to make this as brutal as we can. To the point it's unrealistic. And that I'm a little tired of. At this point, it's one of those things where I feel like it's come back around. It would be more brutal to show a realistic death than one where intestines are splattering all over the place. That being said, I didn't know what kind of show Castlevania was at first when I started it. And I mean, 20 minutes into the first episode, they spell it out for you. They really illustrate. They're like, okay, this is the tone we're going with for the rest of the show. And now here's a man talking about fucking a goat. And now, that's about all we have to show you for right now. Oh, we will have fun here. Remember how we killed Dracula's wife? Want to see me do it again? Speaking of like these kind of stuff, back to Invincible for a minute. I didn't read Invincible. I want to now, kind of. I don't really want to watch the show. It's not anything against the show. I just rather watch it. I'd rather read the original than watch the show, especially since it will definitely, if they plan to do all of Invincible, it will take them years. It will take them literal years, unless they skip a couple story beats. Anyway, but I feel like I've said this before on stream. Invincible's gore seems to have like a point. I think it seems to have like multiple points, and I like that. I don't think shows really do that enough. Like something like Rick and Morty doesn't need it because it's for comedy, but like Attack on Titan, or even Castlevania, which I was just speaking of highly a minute ago, doesn't really have that. Gore is just kind of there to be gory. So, when you have a storyline where the gore is like, no, there's a reason things are this brutal right now, to set a tone for something, I enjoy that. The most non-spoilery answer to it is one reason is that it's because he fucking calls himself invincible. And the writers were just like, let's punish him for his hubris. We're gonna beat this man so many times. Oh my goodness. The other reason is a spoiler to the entire story. So, I don't really regret watching that video, because if anything, it still made me want to read the comic. I just, that made me want to read it more than watching gore for 30 minutes in an episode. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure if I had went to the show first, parts of the story would still, like, bring me into it. But the way the video I watched was like the history of Invincible, and it was just going through all the different character lines. And like the way they do power scaling and theming and stuff. I was like, this is well written. This is some good fucking comic stuff right here. Comics aren't always that good. In fact, if you go into a comic store and just kind of look for and try and pick out like a chapter of one ongoing superhero narrative, you have like a 50-50 shot about whether it'll be shit or not. Hi, Nivdy. And I want to be clear, 50-50 is like, that's every superhero. There is no exception. Some of them might be worse than others, but honestly, I'd say that's realistic. Maybe I'll give it some clouds. I hope you're having a good day, Nivdy. Where's opacity? Hardest down for sure, but opacity, brush density is up, or is this opacity? That's not opacity. Density, opaque watercolor. Nope. Okay, that's opacity. There we go. I need to make these smaller. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. I was thinking of canceling stream today because things been kind of weird. I thought my schedule was going to be a little hecked up, but turns out I was able to stream today, which I enjoy because I like streaming. I was talking to Pig and people about this, but like, people get stressed about streaming. I get it. I just like doing it. It's perfectly valid to get stressed over it, but I'm so just emotionally fragile for so many reasons that if streaming stressed me out enough, I wouldn't do it because I would just cry on camera. It would get bad. So if I didn't enjoy it and it did stress me out, I wouldn't do it. Sweet Caroline, The first time I heard that was on a cruise I went with my parents. No bodily fluids on Twitch. Yeah, that's TOS. But yeah, the first time I heard Sweet Caroline which I've now taken to saying instead of sweet Jesus, because fear of God in me. But, what was I thinking of? Oh, yeah. But, like, my parents were like, you know this song, and I wicked didn't. Because they never fucking played Sweet Caroline to me. I didn't know what everyone was on about. But they all sang it, and now I know it. Because it's not a hard song to get the fucking... To get the... You know... The beat of. Ba ba ba. Pretty easy. Baby shark. No! No! No, Nibdy, no! Not that! Any song but that one. I don't... Would I get DMCA'd if I fucking played Baby Shark on a stream? Not that I ever would. Sweet Lord, Sweet Caroline. But sharks! I do love shark. Dang it. Nivdy, dang it. You got me there. I do love shark. I should find out when Shark Week is this year. Because I think I'm going to have more time for it. I didn't have time for it before. Last year. But I might this year. I like sharks. Did you know? Everyone go throw your tortoises out. Because did you know the longest living vertebrate, the longest living thing in the kingdom, same week it is every year. Oh my goodness, Nifty. Nifty, I will kick you out. That was a good joke, though. But is the Greenland shark. It's not a tortoise. Fuck what you heard about tortoises. Tortoises live like 150 to maybe like 200 years, I think is the range, scientifically. Greenland sharks live 500 years. The low end of the range is like the high end of tortoise range. And I want everyone who thinks tortoises are an old animal to get with the Greenland shark craze. It's sweeping the nation. Yeah, it works for me. Sharks are cool. Sharks are great. Sharks are top of the food chain, except for killer whales. And killer whales suck ass. So I don't want to hear shit about them. Killer whales are the worst, and I will not hear, and I'm not taking questions right now. Also, the oldest cat was 38. Well, that cat would be sad to know how shattered his record was by the Greenland shark. Also, what am I on? Oh. Greenland sharks are great. They're the piss shark. Greenland sharks are also like Pokemon, because you know how like Slowbro has the thing on the end of his tail? Every Greenland shark has a parasite on its eye for some reason. They can't get away from them. How powerful do we need to be like if we find a Greenland shark without a parasite on its eye, rendering it blind? Would we need to be afraid? Like, if it could see us, would we need to have fear for what it might do? The havoc it might wreak on the world? Scientists, answer these questions. I'm trying to think. I'm not paying as much attention to this as I probably should. If I pay closer attention, it wouldn't take as long. But, yeah. I'm thinking about sharks now! Sharks. Shack. Coelacanth. Cool. I probably know that shark. Maybe by a different name. But, who can really say? A nice refreshing can of Coca-Cola. Same great Coke, 0 added sugar. Not a shark. Damn it! Nifty, why'd you bring this to me if it wasn't a shark? I was on a high. I was on a shark high. And you brought me this not a shark. I don't understand. I thought I needed to do this. I need to do those last. Okay. Coelacanth, is it? Oh, those are cool. I mean, I just love sea life. Some people are... I'm the opposite of people who are freaked out by sea life. I love them. I love fishies. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna say it. And if you tell me I'm saying it wrong, then you're wrong. Have you considered you're wrong? Has chat even considered they might be wrong and also cute? I mean, they're definitely cute, but have you considered you might be wrong? Not only are you wrong, you were never right. I'm never wrong. Nivdy? I need you to... Nivdy, I'm gonna need you to check your hubris at the door. If there's one thing we don't specialize in here at Cahill Comics, it's hubris. Yeah, that's $200 for your fucking hubris. Everyone go watch SnapQ. He's great. She's streaming. Trans rights. Here's the thing. I don't actually know if SnapCube is trans. Everyone says trans rights. And I believe she might have said it before. But I don't actually remember ever reading if she was. But I mean, hey, trans rights. It's never a wrong time to say trans rights. So. Is that a SnapCube emote? Can't tell what emote that is. The doorman didn't take them? No, it's in Dada emote. I just saw pink. SnapCube is incredibly pink. So. Cheese beans. Linda da 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 da. Dadaism. Oh, I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna vomit as always. Why am I always vomiting black stuff? I didn't even eat anything like that. It's just always coming out. I feel like I've talked about this before, but when I die, first off, I want them to perform an autopsy. Apex Diabolos, what? Listen. What is that? I don't know what's happening in chat right now. Something has gone beyond my power. You vomit black sludge. Don't. Okay, I understand. Okay, Deja has some news. I'm gonna try not to react to the news live. You will not know when I receive the news or not. Vomit black sludge, it's her thing. Well, maybe she should stop that. Maybe she should cut it out. Hey guys, not make me want to fight Apex Diabolos. I'm gonna say, I want to get in. I want to do more Monster Hunter by myself. Problem is that gets hard. It can be hard. Okay, never mind. It's not serious news. So I can react to it. Deja's been looking at this one thing called Adventure Suites. And it's in New Hampshire. And we were like, okay, we'll plan a trip to fucking New Hampshire revolved around this. But she just was like, there's one like half an hour away from us. I was like, ah! I'm probably a heavy smoker. But yeah, no, single... I like things with good single player experiences. And Monster Hunter does have that. But let it be said that when you get into higher rank, monsters get a bit of health. And yes, I know, I'm pretty sure that stuff scales around how many players you have, blah blah blah. Well, that doesn't mean they have less health. It doesn't make them easier. Y'all ever find it weird that whenever there's like pictures of the Earth, there's shit in space, but there's nothing around the Earth in like NASA pictures? And I'm not trying to sound like it's a conspiracy theorist. It's just weird. Awful. They are very spongy and hit real hard with many defense. Okay, great. I mean, maybe I'll play with someone like Juice in the near future. Well, I don't know. It's like, I mean, if they won, I mean, like, I like hanging out with Juice, and Juice is pretty cool, but you know, I don't want to assume that I'm socially awkward. In our friends' Discord, we used to have a channel called Cahill is Ranting, because I'm socially awkward and would just want to talk about stuff and didn't want to feel like I was disturbing everyone. But recently it was changed to We Ranting, because as it turned out, everyone has like stuff they need to just kind of get off their chest sometimes. And maybe they don't want to talk about it like fully. Just ask, you butt. Jeez, I'd like to round back to the socially awkwardness. Does this look good? We got any fans of Jack Kirby in the house? Because I'd love your input for many reasons. Well, if anyone just knows who Jack Kirby is, that'd be neat. Who? Well, Rick. Gold's been here, but they lurk. Bounce tracks. Oh, Lord. I want to do more Chameleos, because I only fought him once. But the Palico armor for Chameleos is cute as fuck. So I love, like, any fans of Jack Kirby? Who? Jack Kirby is one of my favorite comic artists. He's old and dead. He wrote the stuff that the new Marvel show is based on. And I was getting really nervous that it was just going to be, like, not look like Jack Kirby, but they revealed costumes recently, and it looks like Jack Kirby, so works for me. I am texting Deja about more of these plans. Deja is the best. Not to get gushy, but y'all ever just have someone you love? It feels nice. And he's never mentioned it. Actually, Kirby, you're thinking of Ditko. I'm sorry. I don't want to be that guy. That's Ditko, though. That's Ditko. But no, that happened with basically everyone Stanley worked with. I don't think Stanley was like a huge dick. It never came out that he was about that kind of stuff. But yeah, people tend to think of like... Sorry, I'm a robot. Come on. But For some reason, people always associate Stan Lee with all the Marvel stuff, which is why he got all those cameos. And don't get me wrong, Stan Lee was great, but it's weird. I don't have emotions. I wish. But you know, Ditko did Spider-Man. He's definitely almost never mentioned. I wish they called it like, I wish they called the new show Eternals like Jack Kirby's Eternals, because he did that with Marvel, and when he went to DC, he did the New Gods, which is like Darkseid, Mr. Miracle, Black Rider. Some weird design. He did Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four, Galactus. You can usually recognize his work by very angular faces and also some weird sci-fi, which is, let's look, like, if you're curious, just look up Jack Kirby Space right now and like compare it to the page I'm making. See if you can find any differences. I mean, see if you can find any similarities. If you can, you get 10 Cahill points. Also, I have not checked on the music for a minute. What I was thinking of, Studiopolis. I'm just listening to lights, camera, action. No, okay, I thought there was in there. Hard to do that. You know what? That's valid. I don't know. It's a very fortunate thing to... Cahill's relationship advice. It's very fortunate to be able to do this, but if you can just kind of find someone you naturally mesh with, then that is best. Don't get me wrong. Purposefully forging a relationship can be a great thing. But it's even better when you don't have to try. That's, I don't want that to be like, oh, I'm bragging, because that's not something to brag about. It's like, that's literally like fate. That's literally like what people write about with fate. But, you know, it's hard to say because I'm an introvert. So literally, it's like I have a barometer for if I mesh with someone, which is, do I get exhausted by being around them? And if the answer is no, then I will grow attached. But I imagine if you're an extrovert, that might be harder. Because extroverts just be out here liking people. Like, what's the deal? Oh, what's the deal? You ever notice? Kramer? You really do. Barry Kramer. You ever know? What's the deal? This Barry Kramer guy. He's got the same name as the character on my show Seinfeld. Kramer. Let's do one over here. Let me just put on a big circle. But yeah, no more talk of relationships. I ban relationships. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna like. No, it's weird for me to talk about because like I'm talking about it now because Deja was on yesterday. I'll be like a robot. Oh, that's fine. Here's the thing. Okay, I don't want to turn into a relationship advice guy. Whatever. But if you don't like people, that's fine. I know people who are always stressing about finding someone to connect to. And what's good about that? How does that stress help you in life? How does how does trying to meet people and finding some you don't like? Like, sometimes you're good if you just want to chill. If you don't want to meet people, that's cool. I'll try that. Well then, Nifty, do you feel fine? I think that's a problem. Well, you don't. That's what I'm saying though. You don't gotta try. None of us have. That sounds so depressing. None of us have to try. No, I'm just saying. If by your default you're just like sitting wherever you are, just hanging out, and you don't really care whether or not there's people around you, then it's fine. You don't need to attract people. You don't need to draw them to you like a magnet. If you're cool hanging out by yourself, then that is fine. I would try, but I don't like my... Hey, Gold! I like you. Gold, if you think I forgot about me saying we're going on a shopping trip when I meet you, you're sorely mistaken. I don't know why you think I forgot about that. Agreed. Start liking yourself first. After this year of staying inside. Aha! Also, everyone go watch the new Bo Burnham special. Shit's amazing. That is some good art. That's some good content. Look, Daddy made you some Yeah, he made a special. Granted, it doesn't have an audience juice. He didn't perform it live, because, you know. BRB. Juice, you have 100% permission to leave this stream and go look at the new Bo Burnham special. Look, Daddy made you some content. It's your favorite. Open wide. Yes, I made you some content. It's a great date. No, not the. That's her. Yeah. But we'll just know I like you. And body has nothing to do with it. I'm sexy enough for everyone, so... No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. Is that not a good thing to joke about? Oh, no. Gold is amazing. Ooh, woo. Cahill gets canceled. Cahill gets canceled for making a joke which plays off the self-deprecation he usually does. And there's that time with Rajay. Sweep that onto the rug, good sir. Listen. I don't know. Because here's the thing, right? We're talking, it's stream, Gold's my friend, everything's cool. I'm not I don't know the right things to say with this. My default is jokes. If you want real advice, I would say see someone who, you know, knows stuff. I don't, by my own admission. But also, if you just want to... Here's the thing, right? It can be stressful. A lot of things can be stressful. You're dealing with issues, sometimes you don't always want to confront them. And you want to know something, you don't always gotta confront them. Some days, instead of confronting your issues, it's good to take a deep breath, do something you like. That'll take your mind off whatever it is you're stressing about. Whether it be physical self-issues, emotional issues, or maybe just external issues. Everyone go take a day to yourself and just do something you like that'll make you forget about it. And if it's pressing enough that you can't forget about it, then maybe you need to go take care of it. But when it's taken care of to the point that you can forget about it for a little bit, then take that day off. By command of Cahill. Look, Daddy made you some content. I have to look up the map of Friday Harbor. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. We're gonna do that later. The space is done. We could do the text, though. Nah. Should I do the text? What's the text? Where's the text? I don't have the text open. We won't do the text. Well, we'll come back to this tomorrow. Folder. This is page 2. It's not done. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Page 2. There. Okay, now it's time for page 4. 4 comes after 2. There. Okay, file. Import image. Which one? This one. There we go. That works. Lesbians eating ice cream. That goes away. Is this a school project? No, this is a thing I'm trying to get published. Also, let's see. Gonna need some stuff from here. For example, skin tone. Well, actually, jacket tone. We'll do jacket tone first. Also, observe funny reference I make. Read these 2 bubbles. And now these 2 bubbles. Thus ends funny reference. Not that one. Multiply. Multiply is the best thing I ever learned about. Also, I'm out of school. Fuck school. School's hard. School's hard, man. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Don't make me do it. I don't want to go to school. I'm a charming individual. For sure. That's what... Until I go back next semester. No. Still fuck school. Fuck school even then. School's the worst, and it takes your money. At least most things that make you suffer don't take your money. Fuck school. All my homies hate school. Friendship with school ended. Now Twitch is my new is my new thing. Government pays for most of my school. Well, lucky. La-dee. Could you imagine someone's response of like, yeah, most of my school is paid for. Well, la-dee-da. Look, don't call me out like that. What, with the Twitch thing? La-dee-da. Look at little Fancy over here. Their school's paid for. Oh, aren't you special, Orzowski? They pay for half, but at this point I don't care what school to go to. I mean, that's another thing. You don't always have to go to school. Unless you want something that requires a degree. In which case, you probably have to go to school. Oof. Oof to that, friend. Hey, friends, I'm here to tell you, oof. That... Is that a certified gamer moment? Why am I like this? Why am I arguably the most unlikable person in the world? Ugh. But also, chat's been real good today. That's why I went to give me an F for no reason. Nivdy. Oh, that hurt me just to hear. I can feel it. I feel like most of the times when I'm presented with a situation where like this happened for no reason, I'd be like, well, did you do something? But no, I've been to college. So I know for a fact, yes, they can absolutely just give you an F for no reason sometimes. Like you will not see it coming. Not the most unlikable person. Thank you, Gold. Thank you for lying to me, Gold. Look, Daddy made you some content. Yeah, Boba Burnham special is good. I relate to him because he's mentally ill, like me. Okay, help me. Imagine Gold just saying that out of nowhere to Nibdy. Just, yeah, you're not the most unlikable person. Like, Gold, why? Oh, I'm dead. Bless him. Bless me. Allergies suck. Also, my ears itch now. Why do my ears itch after sneezing? Also, if anyone is following Manic, tell me if they're live. Because Manic's been sick, and apparently he might be trying. He might be trying to do a stream later tonight. And as only other animator in Neighborhood Watch, I'd like to support him. I feel a small kinship between us. Like, imagine all bonds as ropes. Drawing meme outfit thing. Media Discord. I see. I don't know that meme. But yeah, imagine all bonds as ropes. So like your relationship with your best friend is a strong steel cable. The thread connecting me and Manic is a small piece of floss, but strong enough that it's still there. Me and Manic go to the Neighborhood Watch High School together, which is a dating sim. Can I? Okay, that's what I'll do. I'm just gonna make a Neighborhood Watch. I should just make the floss mint flavored. Yes, just lick it. I lick me. I lick me and Manic's relationship sometimes, just a little bit, just to make my breath smell better. Gail's gonna start flossing. Sweet Lord, no. I was thinking of making one of the next month's rewards do a Fortnite stream. I should do a Fortnite stream with me, Pig, Vegeta, Juice. Can I sucker you into doing a Fortnite stream? Could it be me, Pig, Vegeta, and Juice? Went through like 3 scandals. Oh Lord. Yes, you can. You big into Fortnite? What was the thing? Are you big into Fortnite? Juice? Bump, bump, ba-da-da-da bump. You didn't. I was... Juice, can you play Fortnite with me? I thought you'd never ask. Played it, but I stopped. I played it for a week. And I was like, wow, this isn't fun. Because, like, listen, here's the thing. The reason I didn't like it wasn't because of, like, memes or whatever. It was because I would play it and I would regularly get really high in rankings, but I was just hiding. And, like, all I had to do was hide in a thing. And that's not even, like, it's not even like, oh, you wouldn't get any kills. No, I would get some kills. But it doesn't change the fact that the best strategy to have in that game is to simply hide in a basement after finding some good shit. Purely, I have a 100% win rate. No, hey, gold, that's so valid. Gold, I didn't find it fun. That's fair. Nifty, you are also valid. But gold, I will, I will, if anyone approaches gold with the sentence, would you like to play four? I won't let them finish before I tackle them to the ground. Because I get where gold is coming from. And that you are so incredibly just, yes, I get it. You are able to say, I've never played Minecraft. Minecraft's a good time. I will get really into Minecraft and then not into Minecraft and then just rediscover Minecraft again. I keep painting into the eyes by mistake. Okay, teeth is just brown. These teeth, they're brown. No, I will clean that up in a minute. But yeah. I don't know. Art things. Art. Y'all ever do an art? You shouldn't. It hurts. That's the way the world works. That's how the world works. I hope you learned your lesson. I did, and it hurt. That's how it works. Oh, why? Sensitivity, why? Let me play Minecraft if follower gold. That's a pretty... I feel like that's a pretty good thing. Play Minecraft for first time. That's a pretty good goal. Also, I love the sentence, if I ever start streaming again. Yeah, I mean, that's another reason. I don't let streaming stress me out too much, because I do like to do it regularly. So. And I always give myself leeway to cancel stream. Barry does it enough that, like, you know. I hold myself accountable for, like, work, blah, 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 shit. I can relax a little when it comes to whether or not I can cancel streams. And art I would like to do. I would like that. I agree with Nifty on this. Go get paper and draw. Draw to your heart's content. Go. Run straight on home and don't let anyone stop you. That's the way the world works. That's how the world works. I hope you learned your lesson. It didn't. I did, and it hurt. That's how it works. Oh, I wanted to burp. Also, that's very menacing, Nifty. Thank you. Your encouragement is impeccable. Coloring. Coloring. I'm trying to think of stuff to say. I've been replaying Pokemon Black and White, and I decided to try and get a Volcarona. That was a mistake. I've made a mistake. This song on a loop? It's on a 30-minute loop. It'll end eventually, probably. Unless we're in a Groundhog Day situation, in which case get comfy. It's a post-game thing. It doesn't have to be. You can get a Larvesta egg from a different not from a different trainer, but from an in-game trainer. And then level it up through a little bit of grinding. Right now I have it in the daycare center because I'm training up my team for the Elite Four. So when they're all properly leveled, I'll get Volcarona ready. egg. EG Sports, egg. That area isn't post-game. No, you can just go there after you get surf. If you remember, there's a place you can surf from your hometown. Which I always, after Pallet Town, which yes, that's the first hometown, but still, after Pallet Town having a surfable area, I always look around the home area to be like, is there anywhere I can go after I get a stupid HM? Also, I think I gave Deja, what's it called? Crop top? Is that it? Probably. Doom doom da 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 doom. Up. Hup, 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 hup. One reason I'm doing it is both because I just want a Unova team, because that's how I do teams. I don't do it like Stealth talked about having like a rain dance team, a weather team, and I don't think like that as much as I think of like regions. Like, this is a team you can get while traveling this region, and before you beat the Elite Four. So I like to do that in making competitive teams. A little self-imposed challenge. But I did that, and also in anticipation for the Diamond and Pearl remakes, which I'm very excited for. I think they look nice. It's a neat concept. You're a neat concept, Juice. I should do more competitive Sword and Shield on stream. Especially after I get my Unova team in. I can't put my partner Pokemon in, but that's fine. I was just thinking of, I'm stuttering a lot. I was just gonna say that, like, I have so super low expectations for the Diamond and Pearl remix. The two things I need for them to be good to me is just take out HMs and make the Pokedex bigger. That's all you need. If you can do that, pretty good game. Also, I would love some... I was thinking about how one of my favorite things about Soul Silver, which is my favorite Pokemon game, is all like the legendary events you can do. And in Sword and Shield, it's just a cave you walk in. And it's like literally even a tour guide, which sucks. That sucks a lot. So, as juxtaposition, I would much prefer if they added like legendary events for legendaries not typically found in Unova. In more than 5, yeah. I don't think they'll add more fire types to the main game. I don't think they'll rework that, but they better add more like just fire types in general. Gradient hair. So, yeah. I think those are reasonable things to ask for in the remake. I don't want them to... Listen, especially after playing Black and White, which I realize is so much better. So much better than Sword and Shield. I don't want them to, like, super rework the Gen 4 games. I just want some, some new stuff. No more water type. There are too many. To be fair, most animals on Earth are water. So. Also, I don't think they're going to add new Pokemon to the remakes. GTS, Global Trading System. Yep. Listen, it's just like a new DS Pokemon game, and after Sword and Shield being kind of a travesty, that works for me. Sword and Shield isn't that bad. It has charm, but it's not great. It has some issues. I've talked about this on stream for sure. Listen, am I the asshole here for wanting to hold my $1 million companies accountable to making a good game? Maybe that's just a me thing. Maybe I need to chill out. No. The horror of color. Let's go peek it. They have no excuse. Yeah. I want to play that on the channel because I haven't played it and I have a copy. So. Let's go. And like, yeah, it's a little more like kid oriented, but it still looks good. Still looks like pretty decent. Look wise, it looks better than. I think they shouldn't have banked so much on the wild area. They should have just thrown that out. The wild area was so nothing, and I imagine it cost the game way more than it gave it. That they should have just not had it in the first place. And some people might not like me saying that, but there you go. If saying I know I'm a person with just so little knowledge in the base game, yeah, but they'll reuse the 3DS models. I know I'm not a person who knows that much, if anything, about game development. I've taken some classes, I've tried some stuff out, whatever. If the wild area took them more than a month to make in their entire development journey, then I would say it wasn't worth it in the slightest. And if they got close to a month in the time it took to make it, then even then it's like, sure you needed that much time on this? Sure you needed that much time on this? And I don't even care about the graphics. It's just design. Design wise, they could have done so much better, and they didn't. And yes, I know the DLC is the blah blah blah. DLC is both post game and DLC. So no. I actually would have preferred it if it was like a Pokemon Emerald and it's like, this is a new game now. Because it would have been better. Thanks, Gold. I've been saying that for months now. It's wild. Not actually, though. It's just wild. I think there's lots to like about Sword and Shield. I don't think the wild area as a gimmick is one of them. So, yeah. Legend Arceus looks better, both graphics-wise, and because clearly they're basing it more around that concept. But compared to Gen 8, you know, it was so not worth it. Nothing was worth it. It was all a mistake. Everything was a mistake. Games were a mistake. We shouldn't have gone back. Not the game as standalone thing, the way those game games is a step forward from the base game. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If they had done the thing they do with, like, Emerald, Platinum, and that was a whole separate game, I would have been happy. And I've been like, oh, this is so much better. But I can't say that. Mostly that the... Yeah. Well, clearly that's what they were going for, but they should have gave it another generation. If they just erased the wild area and put some more polish on Gen 8, I'd be like, yeah, this is like a kind of mediocre Pokemon game, but it has some good stuff about it. You know, B+. But right now, it's looking more like a C-, so... Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But I'm still giving Pokemon a chance. I was out for Gen 6. I didn't like Gen 6. And I stand by that decision. But... like, I prefer the less explorative mode of Sun and Moon to how they handled Gen 8. And maybe I'll change my tune when Arceus comes out. But right now, I'm sticking with that. Be bland and boring. Don't you sea bass at me. More like a TLT, I'd be down. I mean, Arceus is definitely looking like it. You're gonna be, if you're expecting that from, what is it? If you're expecting that from the Diamond and Pearl remakes, you're probably gonna be disappointed, but... I like the ideas from Gen 6, but the execution was sad. I fear for Arceus. It's too soon. I don't know. I'm giving them... I'm not going to be like, they fucked up Gen 8. No chances. The apprehension is good. For sure. But I don't think it's out of the possibility. They are. Listen. They fixed Cyndaquil. Already... off to a good start. They fix Cyndaquil. I don't even like Cyndaquil that much. But they fixed them. And people are happy about that. All I had to do was slap a 2D texture on his back. What game even is at this point? That's fair. If it's listen, if it's like Skyrim, I don't even like Skyrim either. If it's like that though, where you get questions like find the next town, battle Pokemon on the way, I'm good with that. Then I'm very scared. That's valid. Like, if we see nothing by the end of the summer, then it's like, oh no. Oh no. But once again, that's why I'm more excited for the Diamond and Pearl remakes. Because I trust them to just make the same shit again. And as long as they don't fuck it up too hard, I'll be happy with the meager meal they give me. Those are my 3 favorite starters. That's very... Hey, Gold, you are so valid for that. Also, that is... I said this when that they released that trailer. Reusing starters, I would love it. And they're kind of doing that. It's Sinnoh, but they're kind of doing it. Where it's like, don't make new Pokemon. Just make a new interesting region. You know what I mean? For every generation, they basically bank on the Pokemon being the thing that people like. But what if you just made an interesting world and then filled it with Pokemon people already love? Then that would be something new and interesting. And they're kind of doing that. The reason I'm only saying kind of is, well, yes, it's built from the ground up. It is still Sinnoh. So they'll definitely be reusing parts of the map. Not, you know, game asset-wise, but, design-wise, they will be. So. Like, I mean, they literally, in the trailer, they're like, Mount Coronet. And it's like, yes, we know. I'm very happy. Sinnoh was the first region I went to, but if they had been like Diamond and Pearl remakes, also here's a Arceus takes place in a completely new area, I'd be like, okay, Nito Labita, let's do this. I'm up for it. But then again, I guess, you know, if it saves them trouble design wise and they can focus on making the game good, then maybe I shouldn't be complaining too much. Listen, Pokemon's in a rough patch after that last generation. So, I like Gen 7. I know it was a little divisive, but I thought it was a good game. Gen 8, though, not gonna defend that. Like, they made choices in Gen 7, but in the fault of Game Freak, don't call it that just yet, Juice. Give him a minute. Let's see if they can fix this. We'll give them a chance. If they fuck it up, then we'll take them out back. They can have a sim, and it will be new because cities aren't there. Yeah, I'm down for that. Like, they're like, okay, we know the area, we can play with it a bit, and not have to worry about designing a whole new region. So if reusing a map design legitimately saves them enough that they can make the game good, then I'm not going to complain. We're going back. We're going to Sinnoh in a different time period. It'll still be different enough for me that exploring will be fun, as long as they make exploring fun. We don't even know if they're doing that yet. Exploring in that game could be bullshit, like it was in Gen 8. I think, like, looking back now, it's been like, what, 2 years since Gen 8 came out? Looking back now, I think I can easily say, game design-wise, Gen 7 was divisive, Gen 8 was bad. So. And if you like those games, that's perfectly valid. I liked playing them. I had enjoyment playing them. But looking back on the design choices, it's got me a little fucked up, guys. Not gonna lie. I'm poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. It's a very chill stream, though. I'm glad to have chat here. You know, I don't always have a chat. Also, I gotta schedule the... What's it? I gotta schedule the fucking streams people donate it for. Because because God has cursed me for my hubris. And my work is never done. Mel. Yeah. I don't know. What do I have to say about Mel? Mel's cool. Of course, I don't freak out about her as much as I do Alex, because she is normal human girl. But she's got cool stuff about her. A lot of the cool stuff about her is spoilers. Like, major-ass spoilers for the thing I'm making. And I wouldn't want to let all of them out. But... And I'm legitimately hoping this gets big enough that people track down old content of mine. And be like, well, he said this was going to happen. I think that'd be cool. My stuff got to that point. Got to the point people are digging up old obscure internet posts. Like, I think this might be it, guys. We found it. Blow off the dust off this old MySpace post. I referenced MySpace like I ever used it. I didn't. Unfortunately. It'd be so good for comedy purposes. Comedy porpoises. I have porpoises. They're in a tank in my office. What was the thing? Deja's talking. Apparently, Deja's going on a vacation soon where they can swim with dolphins. Which is rad. I did that one time. It's cool. Dolphins are great. Also, one time I was paddleboarding, and dolphins were in like the river we were paddleboarding in, and they gave us a spot to swim in, and I was swimming, but I've never been more scared of dolphins. Because, like, yes, dolphins are your friend. Ha ha ha. It's really scary when you don't know if they're, like, under you or, like, nowhere around. The thing in July. He hasn't done anything with it yet. That must mean the next chapter is going to be about it. Yes, exactly. Get my fans acting that way. That'll be fun as fuck. I want Nell's shirt to be like navy. Mel's in the Navy. Actually, I decided Deja's a pilot as a living. I don't know what the fuck that entails, and I'm never planning to show it. But yeah, there you go. Deja's a pilot. So. It will come up a couple times, but I'm not gonna show her at her job. There will not be a one-off issue where we just follow Deja for a day as she does non-fantasy pilot stuff. Because that is a thing I want to play into the story. Like, they hang out with Alex, but they're not always off doing weird fantasy shit. Sometimes they just hang out. Sometimes with Alex. Sometimes Alex isn't jumping from galaxy to galaxy. He hangs out at their place and fucking eats their cereal. Alex craves cereal. He likes how easy it is to make. On top of just kind of fucking gobbling it down. He doesn't need to eat either. He just likes cereal. Cereal. Which, I mean, I can relate. Cereal is some good junk. And I can also... Alex is a bit of a reflection of me. I don't want to make him too... Here's the thing, right? There's definitely differences between me and Alex, and I want to make that clear. I imagine every character is in some way a reflection of their creator, but knowing where to make them purposefully different is important. Not just appearance, sexuality, gender-wise, but personality-wise as well. Because that stuff doesn't always... It's just because someone's a different gender, blah blah blah, doesn't mean they're... I don't know. You get what I'm saying. Just switching the body and stuff out isn't going to make them a different person. You gotta make them a different person. There. Does that make sense? Or am I just being... I mean, am I being the insane old man I was always meant to be? Probably the latter. What? Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. I'm back after beating some random alien menace with his clothes cut up. But fine, because, like, restoration. And the girls come home from, like, the movies to find Alex on their couch eating cereal, looking like a tornado hit him. Exactly! Juice! Juice, you get it! Juice, yes! You see it! You see what's happening. You see what... You get the vision. Oh, Juice. Oh, this is the start of a long-lasting friendship. I can feel it in my bones. In my bones. Oh, Juice has seen the vision. They're there. They even did... Oh, sweet lord! Even the whole thing, like, you know, because restoration, blah, blah, blah. I'm so proud. It's beautiful. Brings a tear to an old man's eye. Is this what a pastor feels like? Preaching to his parish? Penguin pterodactyl. Not a cult! It's such a beautiful thing. When someone describes a fan fiction that could be just basically the thing you were taught, you just you were thinking of. Toad Bless. Exact. Toad Bless indeed. My son. Juice, I mean son. Wink. And yes, I know Juice is not boy. Sometimes I use I don't. Maybe this is topical for Pride Month. Sometimes I use like terms I feel are gendered, but I don't mean them gendered. Like if I want to calling someone son, I don't mean that like you are a little boy. I mean that as in, you know, I'm your father. Let's go play some ball. Let me put a baseball cap on your head and ruffle it a bit as we go out, spend the day together. Does that make sense? Do I sound like an asshole right now, or am I making a lick of sense? I'm doing my best to try and portray what I'm saying, which I'm very. This is okay. I have many issues. One of my. These two are all women my age. I understand. Okay, perfect. Juice gets it. Wow. Juice is just. Me and Juice just have this brain connection going, I guess. Gold buttons. Gold buttons. Son. Come here, son. I'm proud of you. But yeah. Hey! Thanks, Dad. No problem, Juice. Hey, out there. If you have a shitty relationship with your dad, I want you to know I'm your dad now, and I'm proud of you, son. You did great today. That thing you've been working hard on, I see it. You've been doing fantastic. Keep it up, sport. Me and your mom, we're here for you if you need us. Just come talk to me whenever. Good night. Love you. Anyway, that got weird. I blacked out for a minute. No. Yeah. No. That's the thing, right? I think the situation you're describing, Gold, is like they say it and they didn't think about it, so they use that as an excuse. But I'm not saying, son, not thinking about what it means. I'm picking that word specifically for every connotation it has, except for the gender. And if you think that sounds bullshit, that's incredibly valid. You are so incredibly valid for thinking that. And in fact, I shouldn't even do that because because other assholes shouldn't get away with it. If there's another word out there that has the connotation of throwing a ball in the park with a baseball cap on, other than son, then I'll love to hear it. I know you aren't being bullshit. I get what you mean. Yeah, but I was saying, I think those people are using it as an excuse to not, change or try at all. And I'm using it, I'm saying it because I just want to call people my son. But also, if you don't want to be called son, then just say so. And wants to use the term wife as a term for the man they're married to. Nah. Here's the thing, right? I think you should respect everyone, what people want to be called, and the words they want to use, and that's it. It is, especially as a cis het man, during Pride, it is none of my fucking business about your personal life. You just tell me what to properly address you by, and I will respectfully do it. And hey, if you're a cool person, and there's anything I can do to help you out, let me know that too. It isn't about women, it's just a romantic word to them. Yeah, that's fair. And listen, that's their partner. If their partner's okay with it, then, like, whatever. That's just been my attitude for life. I have... I'm so not in control of my own shit. Why would I have time to care about anyone else's? I'm glad you have stuff figured out. Can you teach me? You figured out, like, gender identity and everything? Fantastic! Can you teach me how to get control of just, like, my own life? Please! I wicked need it. No, I will pay you. I will pay you real money. As I did have that figured out. Gold, take all the time you need. As your friend, I will support you in any way you need. Whether it's referring to you at different genders at the time, or taking you out on a shopping trip, which we're gonna do, you just get to decide where we're going shopping. And also we're going to the Sydney Bridge, the Sydney Harbor Bridge, because I've wanted to go to that ever since I saw the Scooby-Doo movie as a kid. Not the Scooby-Doo movie, but the movie where Scooby-Doo goes to Australia. That one. They start off on the Sydney Harbor Bridge. Between Nemo and Scooby-Doo, I'm not in Sydney. Yeah. And? Gold? I don't see your point. We're going to the Sydney Harbor Bridge. Gold, whether you're in Sydney or not is irrelevant. You're in Australia, which makes you closer to that place than I am, in New Jersey. So I'll just pick you up on the way. Visit me. We need a vacation in your vacation. Oh no. Gold, I'm gonna airdrop when I'm going to Australia, Gold. I'm going to airdrop over where you live. Do you live in Perth, Gold, or am I thinking of Robert Ross? Anyway, I'm gonna airdrop to where you live. Find you, sneak up on you, then Fulton recovery system. And when you wake, and by the time you wake up, Ross is born in Perth. Oh. And I am not in Perth. I am in Redacted. I live in Redacted, Australia, which could aptly apply to a number of places, including Ayers Rock. Ayers Rock, please stop climbing our fucking rock. It's like the only thing over there. Okay, so if someone is like, I live on the west of Australia, I can safely say they live in Perth. Gold lives in Outback. Gold lives in Outback Steakhouse, whose branding is inherently offensive to them. Pretty much, yeah. Sweet. Also, did I get it right with Ayers Rock? Because I heard a joke about that. And, you know, if I had, like, a singular big rock in a desolate wasteland like the Outback, and people kept wanting to climb it, I'd definitely appreciate them not climbing it. Hey, please stop climbing our cool rock. We named it and everything. Also, I think I talked about this. That was towards KO. I don't live in the Outback. Ah. Gold can live in the Outback. As a treat. I do like... Gold, you're lucky you met me when I was older, because if you had met me when we were like 5, I was obsessed with Australia. So, you'd be very annoyed. You'd be like, it's not cool here. It's really... I don't do much. It is a place. Yeah, this sure is a place people live. I mean, there's cool things about Australia, but then there's the Outback, which is a desolate wasteland. And I have literally heard Australia be described as hollow because there's no one lives in the Outback. Absolutely no one. Because it's very dangerous and emu war. And then the Emu War happened. And we lost territory to them. See, it's fun to make fun of Australia for that. Because if I make fun of the kind of stuff that happened in America, it'd get depressing real fast. But then again, you can do that in Australia too. Wow, nowhere's safe. Everywhere's awful. Those fucking emus. I'm sorry, Gold. We're moving. We have a massive Dever taking up 2/3 of the landmass or something. There is more desert in Australia than there is ocean in the world. In a disturbing twist of fate. Who is streaming? Who is streaming? I want to rate Snapcube. I don't think. Okay. Listen, the math doesn't work out on that. Anyway. We're gonna raid the person I was talking about. Wish Penny Parker a happy Pride for me, will ya? Get any Pride modes out that you have. Raid channel. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone had a good day. I hope that you continue to have a good day. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be doing Dark Souls tomorrow if you want to come back for that. So yeah, real cool. Bye.